Welcome back to SmackDown, everyone. Just after the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, the first exclusive SmackDown pay-per-view of this Mega Universe Mode series, and we've had massive repercussions. Every single championship on SmackDown changed hands 2 nights ago. Let's move on now into the show where we'll see Ric Flair look to get his comeuppance against Cactus Jack, as well as several other massive matches. So we kicked off the show tonight with the Rock and Roll Express getting ready to compete in the first match of the evening against Breezango. How, of course, the former tag team champions were livid with the way things went on Sunday, and they beat down the Rock and Roll Express and took their place in the match against Breezango, took out Fandango beforehand, and just worked on Tyler Breeze for the rest of the match. It was brutal. It was non-stop slaughter. Kevin Owens with 2 pop-up powerbombs, followed by this, which... still ridiculous. This could have put them away, put Tyler Breeze away at any point. They could have just gone for the pin after this brainbuster, but no, it continued. Helluva Kick coming straight up for Tyler Breeze, and then it finally finished when Kevin Owens delivered a sick package pile driver. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are definitely back on a vicious tear. They will get their rematch against the Rock and Roll Express soon. Will the Rock and Roll Express be ready for this tag team? We don't know. Let's move on to the rest of the show, however.
Oh, WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is.
So, following what was a very sadistic attack on 2 tag teams of the tag team division, including the tag team champions by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, we have now the second qualifier for the Money in the Bank ladder match in a month's time, of course, Money in the Bank. We have Xavier Woods making his way down to the ring. What an achievement it could be for him to become a Money in the Bank winner and have an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's get out his opponents and see. Obviously, this is actually, he has not only got 1 opponent, he's actually got 2. Let's find out who his opponents are. Well, Big E is the second member of this triple threat match to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm sure you can see where this is going from here. We have Xavier Woods in the ring, Big E making his way down now. One of these 2 men could very well be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Both of them cannot be. Let's see who else could book their place at the pay-per-view. Are you surprised? Are you really surprised? Kofi Kingston makes his way down to the ring now. The man is a veteran of WWE, an absolute legend, future Hall of Famer in my eyes. Can he reach the accolade that he has never done before, become a World Heavyweight Champion? The step to get there is through Money in the Bank. He's been in the Money in the Bank ladder match before, he has never won it. This would be the perfect chance to do so. He's got to go through his teammates in the New Day, however, to do so. And let's get that match underway right now. They all look very focused right now. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston start the match. Kofi with a kick to the gut of Xavier, and then a double stomp on his chest, taking down the trombone of the New Day. Big E now going for a powerbomb, it seems, on Kofi, and a powerbomb indeed connects on Kofi. Big E, the strongman of this team so far, showing the dominance. Obviously, these 3 are not going to give each other a moment. They all know how good each other are. Oh, for God's sake, I just cannot talk, can I? I'm actually dreadful. They know how good one another are at this business, and they know what it takes to get the job done. Big E, former NXT champion, former United States champion, and former tag team champion with these 3 men. Kofi Kingston's won literally everything but the WWE Championship, the World Championship. Xavier Woods has only been a tag team champion, but he's got a hell of a career ahead of him as well. So you can imagine these 3 are certainly big names in that Money in the Bank ladder match, should one of them get there. And of course, only one can get there. Right now, Xavier and Kofi fighting it out middle of the ring as Big E looks to recover out the side. It's an interesting contest, no doubt. These three all being friends and everything. There's no rivalry here except for friendly competition. Although by the way these three are performing, you'd imagine these three hate each other, because Big E just absolutely bulldozed through Kofi, and then Xavier followed it up with a massive double axe handle, and they both have just taken out Kofi Kingston. Almost double team maneuvers against the veteran in the side, and Big E now. Kick to the gut of Xavier. Xavier's definitely taken up the most damage of the match so far. Big E looking the favourite and showing so with some incredible ring awareness there and the strength to throw Xavier up. That is impressive to say the least. Going to see how this goes now. Big E has got Xavier locked up, and now these two are teaming up against Xavier. Interesting. And now Kofi, oh, with a slap there, knocks down Big E. The man who normally would prefer if you gave him 5. And now, Kofi Kingston giving him 5 punches to the face and an uppercut into the turnbuckle. And the knee misses. However, Big E, massive underhook suplex there, takes down Kofi Kingston, and Big E still remains in control in spite of both of the New Day's smaller members' efforts. Xavier Woods going for a Shining Wizard there on Big E. Oh my goodness, this match is going to be a classic on SmackDown, no doubt. Already it's off to a good start. Xavier going for a pin off of that. Not sure how well that's going to work out. He got a 2 count before Big E kicked out, however. And, well, he's still showing some strength there, is Xavier Woods. Chop from Kofi and a punch. And now he's in the corner. And monkey flip from Kofi Kingston into a crossbody. He's got Xavier down, gets a 1 count, gets a 2, and a kick out from Kofi Kingston. Big kick out there from a kick out from Xavier Woods, not Kofi Kingston, my mistake. Xavier Woods getting up, trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise from Kofi to Xavier. He looks knocked out, does Kofi. Absolutely knocked out cold. It looks like it could be over. It looks like we've got someone entering the Money in the Bank ladder match. No, Big E breaks it up, and only to be knocked down again by Kofi. And now Big E is out of the ring. It's down to these two, one of which has just been borderline knocked out by the other. And as you can see right now, Kofi reveling in the dominance at the moment, going for a tornado DDT, and it connects. It flips Xavier inside out, going outside the ring now. And a springboard slingshot dive onto the top of Xavier. Kofi Kingston has suddenly become the boss man in this match. And a Michinoku driver there. And Big E is back in the match again. Gets him into a powerbomb position by the looks of things. Reversal, however. Kofi gets up, goes to the punches, and it works. Kofi's got Big E in some trouble here. Monkey flip. And he's down. And he's down. Big E in some trouble here. Certainly some trouble. And a neck breaker from Kofi Kingston. Neck breaker. Going for the pin now. Will that be enough to take out Big E? Certainly not. And to make matters worse now, Big E actually has a finisher, the big ending. And oh my god, he's going for it as well. He's going for the big ending on Kofi. It's connected. Will he? Oh, he's gone for the pin. But Xavier breaks it up before the count even starts. Xavier has just kept the match alive, as Big E kept the match alive when Kofi went for the Trouble in Paradise. This match continues. 3-star rating now. And all these men have every chance of advancing to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Certainly an exciting prospect to see one of these three men become a future WWE champion. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And right now, Xavier going for a pin right now off of that leg move. Kofi kicks out, however, fairly easily. You've got to know you've got to do more than that to Kofi Kingston, his own teammate. You've got to know how much it takes to take out this man right here. Xavier going outside, looking for the same move that Kofi performed on him just moments ago. It works as well, going for the pin straight away as well. Not wasting time. Kofi, you might say, is the high flyer of the team. Xavier as well, though, and Big E certainly power. Although you might also say Xavier is the brains of the side. He is the most intelligent man in the ring right now, and so far he's doing very well. In fact, having hit that move right there, the face buster, he could have just won the match. Although a 2 count before Big E kicks out and the match will continue and will go on, although Xavier Woods does have a finisher right now. Big E, however, does not care. Suplex to Kofi, sorry, to Xavier Woods, and another one, this time to Kofi, indeed. However, it's going to take more than that to take down Kofi Kingston, that's for sure. Oh, gets out of the way. Oh, and a reversal from Big E. And again, from Kofi. These guys know each other very well. We're already well aware of that. Xavier getting up to his feet very slowly, but he's doing so. And there he is, on his feet. Oh, Xavier was going with something there, didn't work out. And up against the ropes, doesn't connect. Kofi, let's go for it. Drop kick from Kofi. Drop kick from Kofi. Let's go for here. It doesn't matter. Xavier's got up. Jawbreaker from Xavier. And a crossbody. And Kofi rolls out now. Kofi needs a minute to breathe. Xavier, the only man standing in the ring right now. And he's gone out. What's he going for here? Everyone's outside the ring now. Now everyone's back in. Of course. Big E with the DDT. Big DDT from Big E. Oh my god. Oh my god. Big E Langston right now with a lot of control right now. He's in control. He's just tossed Xavier against the ropes. You have to say right now it's an advantage Big E. As he goes for a pinfall now on Xavier. Will that get the job done? 2 count and Xavier gets the shoulder up. Good job. Woods gets the shoulder up and the match will indeed continue. And now, oh my god, the move that The Miz used to win the Intercontinental Championship, the skull crushing finale, a 2 count, and Big E kicks out. These 3 men are doing everything they can to take each other out. They don't care that they're teammates, they just want to win. That's what they're about, and that's what they're about trying to do. And Kofi with a springboard drop kick to Big E, and a Trouble in Paradise to Xavier Woods. Oh my god. Kofi Kingston may have just won himself a shot at the Money in the Bank ladder match in just 4 weeks' time. He's just knocked out Xavier Woods with a Trouble in Paradise again. The back of the head this time, it could have been even worse. We're going for a pin now. Is it over? Big E's outside the ring, and yes, Kofi Kingston is your man. Kofi Kingston is the man that will advance to the Money in the Bank ladder match in 4 weeks' time and take on 7 other men, one of those being Batista. And it's going to be huge, and I'm so excited. All these men pulled out the stops. All these men came within inches of going to that ladder match. It is Kofi, however, who finds himself in that position. Amazing move from him. That was the first Trouble in Paradise that connected on Xavier. The second one will be coming up shortly. That facebuster from Xavier to Big E looked like it got the job done. It looks like we won't get to see the second Trouble in Paradise, but it doesn't matter. Kofi Kingston now celebrating New Day style as he advances, and I'm sure his teammates won't mind too much. They've all been saying about how Kofi needs to be World Heavyweight Champion at some point. This is his opportunity. Will he take it? Well, here's hoping. We're about to move on now to the next match of the episode, where Ric Flair looks to get his comeuppance against Cactus Jack. And here he comes, the former World Heavyweight Champion. He looks a bit naked without the belt. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. Now, of course, if you watched Extreme Rules, you'll know why he's getting a match against Mick Foley tonight, the new signing for SmackDown. It was very controversial. Ric Flair looked like he had just won and retained his World Heavyweight Championship after submitting The Rock. It looked like that was the way it was going. The leg lock was locked in and Rock had nowhere to go. He wasn't breaking it up. And then Mick Foley jumped in the ring, piled and used a pile driver on Ric Flair, and then followed that up with a DDT. It still took plenty more to get rid of Ric Flair and make Rock the world champion. But the fact that that had to happen in the first place, you've got to feel Ric Flair was screwed. He's got a chance now to redeem himself against Cactus Jack and get a bit of a beating in on him. We'll see if that happens for him. Let's get out Mick Foley. Oh, and look who's with him. The Rock certainly was aware of what happened, Extreme Rules, before it actually happened. Surely, he must have planned it with Cactus Jack. It must have been the case, because He wouldn't be out with him right now. Surely The Rock wouldn't want to be associated with him if that wasn't his intention all along. Here comes Mick Foley now, the new member of SmackDown. He's had a rough ride on Raw, so I guess he feels the best thing to do is align himself with the people's, well, so-called people's champion, and get involved with Ric Flair, I guess. Well, anyway, the general manager has just announced that should Mick Foley win, he will be added to that Money in the Bank match. If he can get a victory over Ric Flair, he will be the third man in that 8-man ladder match. However, if he doesn't, then he's in the same boat he's been in since the start of Universe Mode. Nowhere really to go. Without any further ado, however, let's get this match underway. The dirtiest player in the game versus the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Ric Flair going straight away for a roll-up, looking to screw over Cactus Jack here. Getting a 2 count before Cactus Jack does get the shoulder up. And Ric Flair perhaps trying to humiliate Cactus, however, it doesn't work out. So now it looks like he's going to lay in a bit of a beating on Mick Foley now. This is obviously being his SmackDown debut, not his Universe Mode debut. He's certainly had a few appearances on the Universe Mode. It is, however, of course, SmackDown debut, as I've already mentioned. And as they're right by The Rock right now, Ric Flair taking down Foley, using a couple of chops, and a club, and another chop, and another chop, and Foley can't get to his feet. There, he finally gets a reversal, and Flair takes him down again. Gets him up, and a club to the face, and misses with the second punch. Still probably reeling a little bit from the damage he took at Extreme Rules. Obviously, went through a table in the meantime, fell over a ladder. He went through a lot, is the long and short of it. And a back body drop from Ric Flair adds to the damage of Mick Foley right now. Good start for him. Chops now. The chops coming in. Foley still struggling. That's safe to say. And now Flair looking to take even more advantage. This time working on the legs. We know what that means. We know what that means for Foley. The plan is to work on his legs. And that is certainly what Ric Flair does best. Gets his leg up and uses it for the knee breaker. It's not a good situation for Foley to be in right now. Certainly not. He's got him into the corner anyway. Can't get him down. Ric Flair is reversed by Foley. Knee to the face. And Mick Foley seems to be backing short and using the dirtiest player's tactics to his own advantage with the eye rake. I apologise if my voice goes a little bit from here and there. I've been recording a lot of this at the moment, and I've just had food. And, you know, that's what happens when you eat, I guess. Anyway, reversal from Flair. Eye rake. Oh, and a low blow. Oh, Ric Flair. Still got that in his locker, hasn't he? And now going for the patented vintage Flair knee drop. And Cactus Jack is down. And Cactus Jack is in some trouble right now. No doubt about that. He's got him up. And another knee to the face. Another knee. He's obviously not done yet, though. Obviously not done yet. As we said earlier, he wants to put a beating on Mick Foley. And that's certainly what he will attempt to do tonight. Foley, however, is no pushover, is not one to give in, and a neck breaker will add to that punishment of Ric Flair. Now working on the head, right in front of The Rock, staring into the eyes of the peoples and World Heavyweight Champion. He's not even brought the belt out to ringside. He doesn't even want Ric Flair anywhere near the belt, knowing what Ric Flair's like. He probably expects he will steal it or something. However, you cannot do that if it's not with him at ringside. Ric Flair now struggling to get to his feet as Foley delivered a very nice side slam, or nice according to Mick Foley, not so nice according to the Nature Boy. And now he's up on the second rope, calling Flair to his feet. This time he will struggle up, and on one knee now, up on his feet, and the double axe handle takes down Flair. This could be, after those defeats from The Rock, this could be the end of momentum for Flair. This could be the end of his run. You know, if Foley can get another win, I mean, will he be able to even compete in that the rematch that he is entitled to against The Rock? Because frankly, if he can't get a victory over Foley tonight, does he still deserve one? You know, maybe all of it just was momentum. Maybe that's going right now. A knee to the face of Flair, and he's down, and he looks out. He does not look like a World Heavyweight Champion right now. He looks all but beaten, and Cactus Jack is laying it in. The hardcore legend is truly laying it in, and now he's going for one of the moves that he used to take out Flair just 2 nights ago, and he's busted Flair open. The power driver connects, and Flair looks destroyed. Flair looks ruined. He's added a kick to lay it in, and he's still not gone for a pinfall. He's still not gone for a pin. He's just busted Flair open and used a power driver on him, and he's still not gone for the pin. That is unbelievable. And now he's gone for the pin at this point, and Flair kicks out. I can't believe Foley decided not to go for the pin off the power driver. He just gave him so much time, and then I don't understand. Mick Foley is a wild card. It's safe to say that. No one really knows what he's got in mind. It's all a weird thing. However, Ric Flair gets the reversal there, goes for a clothesline, misses, and a backbreaker from Foley. A backbreaker to the Nature Boy, the former world champion. And he's just making that cut deeper. He's just making it worse for Flair. And now he's got him in his hands, again looking at The Rock, and tosses him back into the ring. Oh, goodness me. Going for a pin now. This is going to get a job done. It's a rope break anyway. Flair in some serious trouble here. Serious trouble, and a punch to the head again. Working on that head constantly, incessantly, sadistically. Flair getting a reversal in. He's still in the match. He's still in the match. What can he do, though, at this point? I mean, the figure 4, I suppose, is the best option. Takes down Foley again with that knee drop. However, surely the blood is impairing his vision at this point. Gets him up with that knee breaker again, and it looks like Foley might be in some trouble here. Calling for the figure 4 leg lock. Has he got it locked in? Has he got it locked in? He certainly has. And Foley's in some trouble. Will he be advancing to Money Bank? Not if he taps out. And he does. Mick Foley is forced to tap out, and Flair gets his vengeance on Foley. He will still get a chance at The Rock in the future, and with that victory, you've got to say momentum is at least partially restored. He went for that roll-up, trying to embarrass Foley, obviously, not really looking at revenge in a sense of beating the shit out of him, but he did eventually manage to get that in, although at a cost. He did end up bleeding and fairly battered by Foley, who certainly put up a good fight against the former 17-time world champion. Just not enough to get a victory over Flair. And as we can see there, a kick out via a rope break, a knee drop there for the second time. Foley actually managed to survive being busted open. As you can see right there, Flair almost famous for bleeding. Once again is bloody tonight. Although, lucky for him, he still comes out the victor, and he celebrates in front of The Rock and looks ready for whatever comes next. The Rock, not happy with the result, is not aware of what Flair's doing, and Flair turns him around and gets him for the figure 4. Foley can't do anything to stop this now. He's got him. He's got it locked in, and The Rock can do nothing but tap out in agony as Ric Flair gets a bit of payback on The Rock. And it looks like that is possibly what we will see at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Ric Flair stood tall and The Rock laying on his back. We will see. Anyway, let's move on down to the main event. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. This man went through a grueling Falls Count Anywheres match 2 nights ago actually, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Came very close, and all it took was 2 or 3, I think, very, very vicious skull-crushing finales to eventually reach the finale. Aleister Black probably could have won the match at another point, but Perhaps arrogance and a bit of intensity got in the way of logic at times, and it ended up going the Miz's direction. And so Aleister Black is no longer the Intercontinental Champion. However, that could all change by the end of this night. He could win it back right now. And, well, ideally for him, that'll be the case. Anyway, let's get out the champion. There he is, looking confident and cocky as ever. The new Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. You know, you've got to hand it to him. He took advantage of Black's intensity and sort of lack of focus, almost, and lies here now, or stands here now, the Intercontinental Champion. Although, of course, Aleister Black is one for beatdowns and one for victories. He's rarely losing without putting up a fight, and Miz is in for one hell of a fight right now. And well, let's see how he fares. Can he successfully retain the Intercontinental Championship? The Intercontinental Championship right after winning it just 2 nights ago. Huge main event tonight on SmackDown. Just a month away from Money in the Bank and just 2 nights removed from Extreme Rules. We've got a massive match. Aleister Black challenging for the Intercontinental Championship one more time, looking to win back the championship and become a 2-time Intercontinental Champion against the man who has won it on multiple occasions and has defeated him just 2 nights ago. If The Miz wins, the GM has confirmed there will be no Intercontinental Championship match at Money in the Bank as a result of defending it straight after Extreme Rules. However, if he loses, however, if he wins, the result of him winning this match is that he will be advancing to the Money in the Bank ladder match to possibly win that as well, become the Intercontinental Champion and the Money in the Bank holder. However, obviously, if he loses and Aleister Black becomes the champion, he will be forced to invoke his rematch clause at Money in the Bank. One last time, Black versus Miz at Money in the Bank. However, that will only happen if Black is victorious tonight. Let's get it underway. It's going to be big. I'm sorry, I seem to be fucking up my words lately. It's just not a good day, okay? A big kick from Aleister Black to The Miz straight away. Going for the pin. Great start for Black, and The Miz kicks out at 1. But amazing start and show of intent from Black. Kicking him down and kicking him again. Black needs to show this intensity to win the match, although mix that intensity with a bit of focus and a bit of reason, so that he'll actually go for a few pinfalls and actually go for a victory. He hit the Black Mass last night, but he did not go for a pinfall and he did not attempt to win. Sorry, not last night, 2 nights ago. I keep confusing it, my bad. Forearm to the face of The Miz. It's been all Black since the word go. Or since the bell rang, you know, either way. One was a metaphorical thing, one was a literal thing. Big boot over the top rope sends The Miz down, and Black is out looking strong. The Miz struggling to get to his feet, will even get there. Black right now waiting for him to get up. And he does. And the double axe handle misses, but it doesn't matter. Aleister Black still in control and sends The Miz up against the steel steps. Not good right now for The Miz. Not good at all. Certainly not. Oh, and slammed down onto the barricade. Black means business right now. Absolutely means business. He's not giving The Miz an inch. Again against the steps. He's going to break up the count here, because obviously, knowing The Miz, he would probably just wait and take the count-out loss. Although that would mean he wouldn't advance, of course, to the Money in the Bank match. He would just retain, which I'm sure the general manager will have something to say about. And there we go. Black sends him across the ring and goes for a kick. Ringside, that is, not the ring. Just absolutely throwing The Miz about. Showing that he is the dominant man in this match right now. Obviously, all he has to do now is show that by getting a victory after sending him against the ring post, almost knocking The Miz's lights out. A 7 count, and eventually Black gets him back in the ring. The referee, I'm not sure what he's doing there, but whatever. It's fine. And another kick to the head of The Miz. Just targeting his head with vicious intent at the moment is Black. And another one, this time to the chest. The Miz in some trouble, and Black just keeps getting him to his feet. He's not really got a choice. The Miz finally gets a reversal in and a chance to take a moment to breathe or get the advantage. Takes him down and going for a rest hold. Probably a sensible decision there from The Miz. The Black Aleister Black looking to get out of it though, and a jawbreaker, and he succeeds in doing so. The Miz getting back to his feet though. Almost honourable, but stupid. Black sends him out of the ring, and now a knee drop. A knee drop to the gut of the Miz, and Black is in just firm control here. Firm control. Just utterly dominant. And he sits down and waits for the Miz to recover. Cocky there from Black, almost cocky, but I'm sure the Miz will have something to say about that once he gets up. A 4 count now. And a 5. The Miz does get back in. Was it the wisest decision though? Should he have just stayed out there? I mean, I'm sure he's got Money in the Bank on his mind right now. But, I mean, just forget about that. Try and live another day at this point. Black is going for him. And goes for the leg drop. It connects. A double foot stomp, rather. Not a leg drop. And the Miz is out. The Miz is in some serious trouble. And Black doesn't even want to go for a pin right now. Again, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistake doing this and not just going for a cover at some point. He's got to go for that Black Mass. And when he does, and if he does, you've got to say that must be lights out for the Miz. That must be it. Although he has kicked out before. Oh my god, that knee. That knee, that could have done it. In fact, Aleister Black is going for it. He's going for cover, and it's a kick out just before 2. Clearly there's still fight left in the Intercontinental Champion, the new Intercontinental Champion. Is there enough fight to defeat Black? Well, we're going to find out. A neck breaker there from the Miz suggests so. And now he's getting him up. Going for something, but Black is having absolutely none of that. And instead, going for a foot stomp right there on the Miz. And a kick down. Showing who's... Oh, and a lion salt as well from Black. Amazing maneuver right there. Absolutely fantastic from him. And now, oh, reversed by the Miz. And again by Black. He's got his number at the moment, has Aleister. What now? Brainbuster. Brainbuster from Aleister Black. Huge right there. He thinks it's over. And a reversal from the Miz suggests not. Black rolls out. The Miz follows him. Black goes back in. And, oh my god, a moonsault onto the standing Miz. Looks like it's knocked him out. In fact, Black thinks so. Black thinks it's over. Black thinks he's about to become the Intercontinental Champion for the 2nd time. And it connects. The Black Mass connected with full effect. And the Miz crumbles down to the floor. Looks out. Is it over? The Miz down on his back. The referee counting the 3. And in dominant fashion, Aleister Black wins back the Intercontinental Championship. That was remarkable from Aleister Black. The Miz barely got a shot in. He barely had a chance. Black just went 100 miles an hour, and this time when he hit the Black Mass, he went for the pin, and the Miz could do nothing but lie on his back and look up at the lights as he faded to black. Speaking of Black, Aleister Black is your new and 2-time Intercontinental Champion. That means we will see these two men face off one more time, and it will be for the last time at Money in the Bank for the Intercontinental Championship. The stipulation will not be revealed just yet. We'll have to work out a bit more about that before it gets there, but we will see that match. For now though, thank you so much for watching SmackDown. I will see you all next week for Monday Night Raw.